All right, so this is going to be the P3 meeting for the border wall. Um, the border wall. Uh, every once in a while, you might hear me say this is the P3 meeting or the whatever. Oh, that's the third parallel meaning. There's, what seems to match up with everything. There's three. It's they call it the rule of three, and they're, you know, technically is, and it's one of those technically is, technically not type of things. But that's what I'm referring to. But it's the bridge meaning that makes it easier to comprehend for someone who's not so familiar with or even is familiar with, but just can't quite put it together. That's what I mean by that. But anyhow, so as far as border wall goes, and again, if you haven't seen the presentation on the mirror, it's a two-parter. One's like a musical thing, and then I figured out this is taking too much time because that's their ultimate last goal, right? Is to take your time away, if nothing else. So this is going to fly over a whole lot of that. I hope you need to check that out because the mirror has a whole lot to do with just about everything, but especially this border wall thing, and visually and physically as well. Border wall. Well, southern border, which has already been covered now. The P3 definition for it, or the meaning as they're trying to put it out there, because they still have to kind of be careful as to how they put it. The border wall, if you take a mirror and you look at the word wall, it spells law, but it has two L's. Now you can disseminate that how you want, you can discern that how you want, but I mean, I cannot tell you. I don't want to tell you because it's taken way too much of my time to look into but just look into Latin and you'll see, there's, like I said, now there's three, there's three to everything. So at least as it's manufactured to be, as they do it. But to make it easy, this is actually one of them. This is probably the more common one. Those two L's in a lot of cases simply mean a plural or a plurality. If you look at LL, you look at the if you look at the like LL, I think it's like they call one like a bachelor's degree. They use them in college, I think. Bachelor of Law or Bachelor Masters or whatever. You'll see LLB, LL, in college, LL, whatever. And, for some reason, LLC has a special place. And like I said, to do that, we'd have to mention accounting, and that opens up a whole other, what load of worms, but we'll do that too. Anyhow, so for right now, just consider it as a both, and the actuality is one of them is one who is a supposed master of, let's just say, if you're talking in terms of law, like canons, Roman canons, meaning the laws canons, and law, U.S. law, but U.S. code. And if you notice, yes, I don't say law, I say code because statutes are not law. But those ones that have been so adjourned, I'm going to leave that for a whole nother discussion. It's not even worth it. Well, yes, so you can say they are considered at both, but for right now, just consider those two L's to mean a bridge, because they're that also has a big meaning in this. It is a bridge or plural. Plural, meaning, so if you're looking at it backwards now, laws or many laws. So you need a wall to protect you. I covered that in the southern border. You need a wall to protect you, believe it or not, from the security or securities threat. We're looking the other way in the mirror now. It gets very confusing, I know, but that's why I'm trying to do this and trying to make it easier for you. So, border, wall. Look at the wall in the mirror, and you have border laws. And that's what I believe is being attempted to be communicated to you by all of this. Because if those laws, there's certain ones that, you have certain laws in place that, well, we don't, why do we need this? This is stupid. They're sitting up there and they're making laws on, if the bottom of a chair should sit at, 10 degrees or 5 degrees, who cares? But then you've got these important laws that, if they're not in place, then your very livelihood and your life is at risk. Yeah, that's a little obvious. So if these aren't in place, then they are a threat to you. So you need a wall there to shut that off and to protect you. Believe it or not, again, from that security or securities, legions of them, and additional waves or what have you, or second times or additional times, as they say, religions of them would be a threat. You need a wall, or you need border laws to protect you at, and since I've already done this, I'll just say it, your southern border, now that you know what that means. Because we're not just talking Mexico here. And it really has nothing to do with the Mexican people. Well, almost nothing. But anyhow, so there you have it. Border wall. Border laws. Take care.